Test. Test. We'll be getting started in just about a minute. I've got it 7:59. And just about another 30 seconds, we're going to be getting started. And I'd like to welcome everyone. This is the 1-year anniversary of the launch of MiCrd. And I'm actually going to take these off. And tonight, what I'd like to go over, it's been a while since I've done one of these events, and I'm going to be doing them a lot more often because, again, we've kind of vetted this offering over the last year, and it's been pretty stable. And it's time to start taking it in new directions. And again, over the last year, we've really found out what the market is looking for. And I was like, where does MiCrd fit in, the whole lead generation, staying connected process? And it's really part of the invite process. So where is the fit for that? And what could we do to really help you guys build your business and use this to connect with a lot of people? And let me get started with what we've learned. And really, probably the biggest lesson that I learned over the last year is people really are not looking for a way to replace their paper business card. So when I first was approached to take a look at these mobile business cards and possibly create something, all the offerings that I looked at were really, their pitch was, you've got, and this is kind of the pitch we started with as well, you've got these paper business cards, they're, whatever, 50 years old, it's 50-year-old technology. Lots of surveys to show that on average that 85% of those paper business cards get crumpled up and thrown away within 4 to 5 days of the time the person actually receives them. And the reason why is the person never really made a connection as to what they needed that business card for. There's, why do I need this person right now? And if there wasn't an immediate need, which, for most people, they don't know they need something until they actually need it. And it's kind of talking in circles, but that's the reality. If I don't need it today, the business card gets, stashed away, and maybe when I need it, then I'll, take a look at this and we'll reconnect. But by that point, the business cards, it's at the bottom of the pile at the desk. It's hit the trash can. It's anywhere but where they need it to be. And so now they start that process all over again of looking for a person or looking for a solution. The problem with a business card is a business card, whether it's mobile or paper really doesn't help you develop a relationship. It's everything that goes around that sharing of the business card, which helps you create that relationship. So that was the first thing, that most relevant thing that I learned was you can't replace a paper business card or a mobile business card and think that people are going to just jump on it. What people are really honestly looking for is more people looking at their business. So how can I use this tool to have more people looking at my business? So everything that I talk about tonight is going to be, there's going to be two pieces to this. How do you get more people looking at your business? So using it as a lead generation tool, number one. And number two, once you've connected with somebody, you really need to, technology today really needs to take that connection to the next level. And one of the things I've really learned over the last year, outside of the mobile business card arena, is what companies are doing to, once they get you to come through the door, what they're doing to enhance their offerings. How are they using technology to enhance the way that they communicate, the way they offer, and ultimately how they build their business. And it was really interesting. One of the things that I learned, and actually I still have it up on my screen, is when you go into, let's say, a company like Walmart or any of the stores, Walmart's a example, could be Target, could be Kohl's, could be any one of the big department stores, Macy's. You'll notice that on the ceiling, there's tons of cameras, and your first impression is going to be, they must be using those cameras to, deter shoplifting. And of course, that is one of the reasons that they have those cameras, is to keep people from putting things in their pocket. But we also know that it's such a small percentage of people that actually do that. Why would you have these huge systems in place to do that? That's not really what those cameras are up on the ceiling for. Those cameras are up on the ceiling and strategically placed throughout the store to actually track what you're physically doing in the store. So from what they do is they actually track you, or they have the means to track you from the time you enter the building to the time that you check out. They can actually monitor how you're shopping in the store. Where are you looking? What are you reaching for? Are you reaching down and picking up stuff on the lower shelf? Are you reaching above? How much time are you spending in a specific department? And what they do is they aggregate that data, and they're able to then create trending and create a better shopping experience based on how people are shopping. So let's take an example. The Wookiee mask, okay? Take something that's current trend. So this Wookiee mask, this woman went out and bought this Wookiee mask, put it on her face, went out, went in her car, put it on her face, recorded this video. This Wookiee mask, which was, I don't know, it's like $30 or $40 in the store. They couldn't sell these things. They tried everything to try to sell these things. They couldn't sell them. This woman, unknowingly created this viral video, just putting this thing on and laughing hysterically, created 10 million views, and literally these Wookiee masks started to fly off the shelves. Now they can't keep them in stock. So she took a product, unknowingly took a product that they could not sell, put it on her face, create a viral video, and now they can't sell it. So if you're the store who's selling this Wookiee mask, let's say it's in Target, and chances are, if you can't sell the Wookiee mask, that Wookiee mask is going to go up on the top shelf because they're going to want your eyes to be where you're going to do your most shopping. All of a sudden, this thing starts flying off the shelf. What do you think is going to happen? Those cameras are going to be picking up the fact that people are reaching up trying to get this Wookiee mask, and literally those Wookiee masks that were up on the top shelf or down on the lower shelf are now going to be moved up, and they're going to be eye level, so they're going to help you find it quicker. So you get basically guaranteeing you're going to walk out of the store. So how does this relate back to MiCrd? Well, as I said, step one, how do you get more people looking at your business using the card? And then step 2 is going to be, once they're there, how do you know how to work with this person? If this person's even worth, working with, is this somebody that's really interested? I don't want to say worth working with. That's kind of probably a bad way to, because these are individuals that we've made a connection with. Best thing to say is, how do I meet this person halfway and help them and give them the information they need to go the distance based on what they're doing. So that's really the direction that we're going to be taking MiCrd in. And so I'm just going to jump over and let me show you. I'm going to show you my screen. And okay. This is actually this is one of the screens, if you haven't figured it out. This is our studio control. This control our watch to see who's on your attendee list and all that stuff. So we can see who's physically attending right now and all that. I know we've got a whole bunch of stuff going on tonight. We've got actually 3 things going on, and I'm going to get you off of this as quickly as possible. So hopefully 8:30, 8:40, I'm going to get you off of this. Because we actually have 3 things going on tonight, and you don't want to miss the 9 o'clock call. From some of the things that I've heard, there's going to be some really great information coming out over the next 2 weeks, so you definitely don't want to miss that as well. So now let me take you back to the MiCrd. Let's start at the beginning. Okay, so this is your basic card, and I'm actually, we had put in a whole bunch of alternate cards in it. We're going to be getting rid of a lot of those alternate cards. We had people basically saying they wanted all these alternate cards, alternate templates, but they really didn't get, there was really very little application because really most of the functionality of the card was really designed around this primary card. Now, I've got a couple of alternate formats for this primary card, which are going to, basically what it does is it makes the front screen of the card look a little bit different when it first displays. It kind of makes it look like it's an inclusive card, but if you actually scroll down, it will bring you into more information. So we're still going to have a couple of templates going forward, excuse me, but not the huge list of templates like we have right now. So it's going to be a little bit different going forward. We're going to get rid of a lot of those templates that people said, yeah, we definitely want those. If you're not in Kivana or this type of business, we don't need all this information. But then, once again, we didn't really get a whole lot of adoption of those things. Sorry, I have to take a little drink here. Okay, so here's your basic card, and the first primary thing, once again, this was all based on us kind of trying to replace a paper business card, but take it to the next level. So we did that by, putting in the contact information, and of course, you could put any information. We've got, Skype, FaceTime, all the different phone numbers you can put in there. We added, somewhere down the road, we added this Hangout, so you can actually do more or less like a customer service type chat from any phone to any phone. So we added that in. Of course, you have your business links. If you have any events, the events would come in here. You'll also notice that we kind of shifted things around a little bit. I've been working with an internet expert, and so we moved the address up. So if you have your address in here, that's the next thing down. And we moved. We also shifted around the social media links. It got shifted around. Oh, actually, I'm going to take you to the other template. I have the wrong template here. I'm sorry. That's better. Okay. That's okay. So now we have the address here. We moved up the import your contact, and I'm going to tell you why we did that. I'm going to share that tonight. We moved up the social media links. Then you've got your calendar. If you add your calendar in here, you can add a Google Calendar. And we moved down the QR code, and of course we moved down the text messaging VIP service. So those things are down toward why did we do that? Well, almost everybody's going to be using the stuff at the top, all the way down to social media, and the stuff below that is going to be pretty much selective. And we already know that very few people in North America know what the heck a QR code is. So until we actually come around to starting to use these codes more, and we're going to start seeing, I think, more and more of that because of services like Snapchat that are actually sharing these codes. But until that happens, we're just kind of moving that stuff down, because if people aren't using it, why does it have to be up on the card? We want the stuff that we're going to be using most closer to the top of the card. So that's what you're going to see here. And again, if you're not that familiar with the card, if you leave it blank when you're setting it up, you won't see it here. So if like anything like your address, if you're cautious about sharing your address online, just leave that blank and it won't show up here. So it's just that easy. So basic information we share here. And so now what we wanted to be able to do with the basic information is, once we want to make it very, very easy for people to share this. So I do this all the time. And like, I'm even going to networking groups, and it's funny when I go to networking groups because everybody's running around with paper business cards, and I don't have a paper business card. I haven't had paper business card in years. And so when they say to me, do you have a paper business card? Can I have your business card? I don't have one. So I have to say to them, I'm sorry, I don't have a business card. I have a mobile business card. And so then I share my mobile business card with them. And the great thing with the mobile business card is what? I get their information, they get my information, everything happens in my mobile phone. So when I follow up with this person, or if this person follows up with me, that information's already in my mobile phone. One of the things that, again, another thing, I don't want to keep saying one of the things, another thing that I've learned over the last year, which is critical to building your business, is it doesn't matter how many people are in your contact list, it's how many phones your name and information is in, okay? Because of this mobile technology, you've probably seen this meme going around Facebook. It says, remember, and it shows you this phone, this old, dial phone or a wall phone, and I think it's actually a picture of a wall phone, and it says, remember when you had one of these in your house, and when it rang, you picked it up and you answered it, and you had no idea who the person was on the other end of the phone, because there was no caller ID. There was no way to identify who was calling you. And wasn't like everybody didn't have phones in their home. It wasn't like there wasn't such a thing as a sales call. You just picked it up because you had no idea, who would be calling you. So technology has allowed us to become anonymous, or allowed us to basically be selective about what information we choose to grab onto or to assimilate. So when you look at your mobile phone, if my telephone number comes up and underneath that telephone number there's no name and there's no picture and there's no nothing, just comes up as unknown, what are the chances that the stranger is going to pick up the phone? Okay, I could tell you unequivocally, I can't say that. On average, I do pick up the phone because I get a lot of phone calls from people who basically are using me as a referral. So it's more difficult for me to not pick up the phone. But the average person, if I call them and my number shows up and my name doesn't show up, 99% chance it's going to roll over to voicemail. I'm going to have to leave a message. And then even worse today, I have to wait now for them to go and decide when they're going to listen to their voice messages. And I can tell you, I am really bad at that. So if I don't get to your message, chances are it might be a day before, I hate to admit to that, but it might be a day before I get to that voice message to listen to the voice message to see who called me, because there was no name or anything associated with the phone number. But for the most part, I try to be very diligent about when I collect people's information, especially if there's any a need for me to do the follow-up, that I do pick up the phone, and I do make sure that their contact information is in my phone. So there's little risk of me not getting getting back to a person because I'm on another line and the phone rings in, or or it's rolled over to voicemail. And most people today, I hate to say it, but when it rolls to voicemail, they just hang up because they know that there's no way they're going to get a call back in a timely fashion. So how do we handle that? How do we turn that around? And that's the reason why we moved this download my MiCrd. We moved it up on the list. So this is when I make a contact with somebody, this is exactly what I do. I say to them, I'm sorry, but I don't have a paper business card. I only have a mobile business card. We've gone completely green, and we stopped printing on paper, killing trees. But what I can do is I can send it directly to your phone. So what I do is then I use my share feature to then get their phone number. I just say, do me a favor, put your phone number in my phone, right here, and I show them the box. I put the thing right in the box. They enter their phone number, and then I click the Get eCard, and then I send it. What it does is it automatically starts my texting feature on my. It does this. It works very well on the Androids. If you got an iPhone, unfortunately, it doesn't work so well on the iPhones, but you can still do it on the iPhones. What it will do is this will then track the information in your system, and it will then basically give you a way to share your link with the other person. Okay, I don't stop there. Okay, the average business mobile business card person is going to tell you, okay, you got your information in their phone, you have their information in your phone, because once I send a text message, now I've got their information on my phone. Now I take it one step further. I want to basically be able to then develop a relationship with this person, and because the average person does not have this mobile business card, I say to them, isn't this thing cool? I just got your information. I just shared my information in your phone. Watch this. I could just click a button and add myself right to your contact list. So at that point, what I do is I click the download my MiCrd feature, okay, and I just do it right on their phone. I say, here, let me show you. And so I bring up my card in their phone. I say, watch this. I just click one button, and it's going to add all my information into your contact list. Isn't it? This is really cool. I mean, it saves me so much time when I meet new people. And the person, and of course, they're intrigued because they've never seen anything like this before. You press the download. It downloads the MiCrd. Some phones, you then have to take it to the next step. If it doesn't bring the contact up automatically, like my phone does that, it downloads it into their phone, but it doesn't automatically add it to their list. Then what you have to do is you swipe down and click on the downloaded feature. And how you know that is you'll see the little download, that little download thing up on the top of the phone. I say, watch this. Boom. I hit the one button. It then adds the contact to their phone. And I show them right on their phone. So it's like I just did them. They love it because I just did them a service. I said, well, look, it's already added. You don't even have to add anything. I mean, isn't this thing slick? And so I've just basically sold them. I sold them a free MiCrd, but that's not what I was after. Okay, again, this is a great tool for bringing people into your relationship, building a relationship, and then sharing your information with them. So I've already showed them. I've become a value to them. I've developed a little bit of a relationship with them. But my ultimate goal is when I follow up with them. Okay. I don't assume anyone's going to follow up with me because they never do. I can count maybe on two, because I've been doing this for almost 20 years, on 2 hands and 2 feet, the number of times I've given out information and someone has physically followed up with me and me not have to follow up with them. It happens so infrequently that I know that I have to be the follow-up agent, that the other person is not going to make that step. To take that step to actually follow up with me. If I don't follow up with them, it's a lost contact. So when I follow up with them in 2016, my name better show up on that phone, okay? Because even if they don't remember who I was, if my name shows up in their phone, and it's part of their contact list, it creates some strange thing in their mind to say, I must know this person, I better get this call, okay? Or I know this person, I better respond to their text message, and without that, your chances diminish, dramatically if you're not in their phone. So that's probably one of the biggest tips that I've learned over the last year, as far as getting people to take, to really develop a relationship with me, take me more serious, that I have something to offer, and really kind of value add. There's a value add to the relationship because I just showed them something, and offered them a tool that they knew nothing about, before they met me, 5 minutes before they met me. How long does all that take? Literally, it takes less than a minute. So they've already, and psychologically, they're going to be really open to whatever. It's just a weird psychological thing. If somebody says to you, "Can I have your business card?" Which used to be a way to basically get, blow somebody off, and just say, "Hey, can I get your business card?" And knowing full well that they're really not going to spend any time looking into this any further. What I did was, I basically, just using this free tool, I was able to turn those things around and become a trusted contact in their mobile phone. So, and again, within seconds. So this is how it goes down. Sorry, I don't have a paper business card. Thanks for asking, but I don't have a paper business card. I've gone green. Just put your mobile phone number in this box. I will send it to your phone. I've got a mobile business card. They always say, "Oh, that's cool." Now, they put their mobile phone number in. I click send. It goes over to their phone. And then I talk just quickly about this phone. I go, "This thing, I guess you don't have one of these things. This thing is so cool. Let me show you." I mean, it just literally takes me seconds to add people to my phone. Whenever I meet a new person, watch, I'll show you. I mean, literally 1 or 2 clicks, I've got myself, you've got the person added into your contact list. And so I click the download my MiCrd button, download myself into their phone, click make sure it gets added into their contacts, and I show them right on their phone, because I take their phone and I show them. I said, "Look at this. I'm in your contacts already." They're like, "Wow, that's cool." It took a second, took a couple seconds. And then I tell them, of course, they're looking for some information. I say, "Okay, I'm going to send you some information. I know now is not the right time for either one of us. You just asked me for my business card. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you some information. I've got, just got your contact information. I'm going to send it to you. When you get a chance, hopefully over the next 24, 48 hours, take a look at that information and then follow up with me if you're interested." Of course, the person, I already know the person is not going to follow up with me. So in 24 hours, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send them a text message saying, "Hey, it's Mike Zimmer. I sent you that information yesterday." And of course, the information I'm sending them is in my same mobile business card. So I'm sending them a link from my mobile business card, so of stuff that they can look at. Was there any interest? Did you get a chance to take a look at it? Of course, we're all taught, what did you like about the information? It's probably one of the best things. Always go positive. What did you like about the information? Did you have an opportunity to look at the information? Something like that. Keep it, positive, and try to get a response from them. Now, what's the next level to that? Okay, I was mentioning early about how these stores are using technology to basically know what the people that are shopping in the store, what they're looking at, what they're buying, and how they're actually shopping. And so we started to add that type of technology into the mobile business card with this when we actually went to the webinar on demand. So if you're using the webinar on demand system, you pretty much know that the webinar tracks how many people have actually attended the webinar, if they've clicked on anything in the webinar, if they've asked any questions during the webinar. All those things get tracked automatically. And what we're actually working on right now is I'm actually showing it to you. We're taking that to the next level, and we're adding this MiCrd share feature. So in addition to the webinar feature, that does the tracking. You'll also be able to track, and this is probably one of the coolest features I've added besides the webinar to the card. What happens is, instead of just basically sharing a link with somebody, which is just the link to your business card, what it's going to do is it's actually going to create a unique link. So when you share this with somebody, it's going to track that unique link. And so we're going to know right away if the person opened the business card, if the person shared the business card, if the person is clicking on any of the links in the business card. So so this is actually what the screen looks like. So I can come in here, I can add an invitation. This might kick me out here. Oh no, I can't. Just like you would add an invitation to the webinar, we can add an invitation here. I can send them an invitation to take a look at my business card. When they click on the link that I send them, the link is going to actually take them to the business card, the mobile business card, but it's going to be based on, not based on the generic link. It's going to be based on a invitation code. So when they actually click on that link that I sent them, it's going to send me back a report. It's going to say, Mary Smith just opened up your business card. Okay. I know, it might sound a little creepy, but that's the type of information we really need to know. If Mary Smith opens my business card 3 times, then I know Mary Smith must be looking at the information, or she's looking to contact with me. If Mary Smith, clicks on any of my information here, let's say she clicks on my Prime Products link, then I know Mary Smith is interested in Prime. So what do you do with Mary Smith now? If Mary Smith is kind of clicking around in your card and she's not following up with you, you got to kind of, you want to kind of be, how you say it? I don't want to say 007, but you might want to call Mary and say, "Hi, Mary, I've been thinking about you in our conversation. Did you have an opportunity to look at my information, and what did you like about it?" Of course, you already know that what links Mary Smith has clicked on. So I know it sounds kind of creepy, but unfortunately, in today's world, that's really the type of information you need to have to make your your contacts and your relationship stronger. If you're calling Mary Smith because Mary Smith is looking at your stuff, Mary Smith is really going to appreciate the fact that that she's been thinking about you, she's been looking at your stuff, and you're now following up and contacting her and giving her information and basically asking questions when she's looking for the answers. So ultimately, it makes you a lot more productive, and it allows you to follow up with the people that are really interested in what you have to offer, and not the people who just said, yeah, give me the information, and they haven't taken it and probably will never take it any further. So what's it? It's the 80-20 rule. Probably 80% of the people that you send the information to, are just taking the information because, it's a way to basically get on with their day. And 20% of the people that you're connecting with are really interested in what you're offering. So unfortunately, without this type of technology, that's why the stores do it. Without this type of technology, it's all guesswork. How many of the 10 people I shared this with this week, how many of those people really were interested? And I'm contacting 10 people from this week and 10 people from last week and 10 people from the week before. If you're consistently building your business, how many of those people are really just, are too busy to take my call, or how many of those people are just not interested at all in anything I have to offer? So being able to basically know who's clicking on your stuff, who's looking at what, and having that information already available when you connect with these people and follow up just makes you so much more productive. It makes your relationship so much stronger with them. And I hope, and I'd like to get your feedback on this, I really think that these are the types of tools that people are expecting to have when building your business, in this, century, basically. So that's really where we're taking it. That's kind of the next step with MiCrd. So how do I turn? I don't want to take too much time. It's already 8:30, but that's probably the biggest feature. Well, that's the biggest feature that we've added. I'm also going to. You'll notice that on the webinar on demand feature. On these webinars, what you're going to see is there's going to be a way to, and I'm just working on this now, to be able to send out reminders for the webinar. So what I've also noticed is people don't show up initially for the webinars, and we don't have any type of reminder system built into the webinar. So you'd actually have to go person by person in the webinar wizard and click on their thing and just send them the reminder. Which can be, like, I've got quite a few people that registered for tonight's webinar, so it would be very difficult to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add a feature. So whoever created the invitation, basically you'll be able to click on one button and send a reminder out, for live events like this live event tonight. And so one click, basically you'll send a email reminder out to everyone who you invited to the webinar, just to make it easy to get a 1 hour or a 5-minute reminder out. So that's another thing that we're adding to the card. What else do we have here? A webinar wizard has been pretty stable. We really haven't had a lot of issues with that. So you've got your just go quickly, profile maintenance. This really hasn't changed too much. Just made it a little bit cleaner over the year. We've added the calendar. And as I said, we're going to be updating the template feature. You've got your picture, your logo. Some of the questions that I get, I'm just going to do these quickly. What's the difference between the picture and the logo? Your picture is for your profile picture. The best way to get a profile picture is take one of your pictures from Facebook. One of your profile pictures, you can click on the options and download that, and then upload it into MiCrd. Those work really well with MiCrd. I don't want templates. Logo. What's the difference in the logo? If you don't upload a logo, and you have, depending on which card you have, if you have a basic card, there won't be any logo there. But if you have a Kivana card, the Kivana logo will show up automatically unless you unless you upload another logo. So once you upload another logo, it will replace the Kivana logo, and so you can have your own Kivana logo. Let's see. Bios, pretty much, these are all your social links, your Snapcode, video. These are video links. Question I get, can we host the videos? We don't actually physically host the videos on our site. What we do is we use YouTube or Vimeo to host the video. The reason why we do that is because they just have so much bandwidth that for us to have that type of storage and bandwidth, it would be very, very difficult and very expensive for us to do that. YouTube and Vimeo, both of them have huge amounts of bandwidth, so they're consistent, and you're pretty much guaranteed that you're not going to have slowdowns and gaps and pauses and things like that. Let's see, documents, and what was the other one? Audios. This is brand new, so some people like to use audios instead of using videos. I'm working with a leader in another company right now. She's not in network marketing. She does internet marketing, and she loves creating audios. So when she does her coaching and stuff, she just uploads those into here. So you can upload again. The audio has to be hosted someplace else. We don't actually store audio. So what you're doing is just dropping a link in here. And so one of the things that you can do, people ask, you can actually host that on Dropbox and use your Dropbox link, anything like that. Google links, Google Cloud, Dropbox Cloud, any of that type of stuff, you can use those. Another question that came up, this is interesting, duplicate my card. If you are enrolling people into the business, and you're wondering, you've got your card all set up, and you're wondering, how do I get this over to a new person without having to spend countless hours setting up people's cards? This is how you do it. Okay, this site duplication. This is designed for, you can see if this is a Keyvana card, this is a Keyvana replication. So what you do is you actually put, this has to be done from your mobile phone. What you do is this will automatically create the link for you, and then you put in their mobile phone number into the box, and then you can send them the link to a very special, this is a special link. The other way you could do is just copy and paste this link. And what it will do is, for them, all they'll see, it'll look like the Keyvana launch, or if you just have a regular card, it just looks like the regular enrollment for them. So all they do is they go in, they put in their first name, last name, their email address, their phone number, and they can either take the standard password that's there. They put in whatever card suffix that they want, and they click, to create the card. And when they click create the card, what it does is it actually duplicates your card into their card. So all the things that you've got set up for, not your social media or your bio or any of that stuff, but your videos, your documents, your web links, your audios, all of that stuff basically gets created for them automatically. And so all they need to do then is just set up their name, their address, their phone number, all the extra stuff that they need that's very personalized to them, their bio. They would still have to put their picture in, the bio in. But as far as setting up the link, why did I do this? So the person comes to you and they say, okay, I enrolled in Keyvana, what do I do next? Or I enrolled in my business, what do I do next? And so what you do next is, remember how I got you started? I sent you this mobile business card, and I sent you this video link, or I sent you this document link, or however you build your business. And then what did you do next? Then we did a follow-up call, blah 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 blah. Okay, I'm going to send you a link. All you do is put in your basic information in, and you're going to get the same exact mobile business card that I use. So you're going to have the same tool that I use to introduce you to the business. You're going to use that same tool to introduce other people to the business. This makes it, as far as, because you're the person that's helping them, this makes it super simple for you. Because what are the chances if I tell that person, put in this link, and this link, under the videos, and do this, do this, do this? What's the chances that they're going to, number one, do it in the right order? Number two, find the things, where I tell them to find them. So it just makes your job as a recruiter super simple in building your business. So all you're doing is you're saying, click on documents, and you send them this link, or you click on videos and you tell them to click on this video. And then once that gets done, once they looked at that video, then what you want to do is you want to follow up with them, and probably for the first 48 hours to the first week, however you feel comfortable. Once they've watched the video, then the two of us will get together with them on phone, or Skype, or however you do it, and we'll do a three-way, and we'll follow up with this person. So you'll see exactly what I say to them moving forward. But bottom line, the same way they were introduced to the business is the same way they're going to introduce people to the business. Makes it super simple. So that's the reason why I set up this whole duplication, MiCrd duplication thing. I've got leaders, as a matter of fact, somebody that's on this tonight, who basically go in and they set it up automatically for the person. So they tell them, they say, give me your mobile phone number and the email address you want, and they set up the card for them that night. So once they get started in the business, they say, this is, and it's one of the diamonds in our Keyvana business. Here's your card. You should have just got an email. There's your card. On the card is a link that tells you how to set up the card with the rest of your information. I put your basic information in. You're all set. You've got the same, exact mobile business card that I use. So it's going to be easy for me to answer questions. It's going to be easy for you to, introduce people to the business, because that's exactly how I introduced you to the business. So without belaboring that. So now take that to the next step with the new feature that I've got coming out, which is the tracking. You're going to know, with the tracking, you're going to know exactly when that person on the eCard, if you tell them click on, the videos link, and then click on, video number 1, you're going to know exactly when they've done that, because the new tracking service is going to tell you that you shared this card with Mary Smith. Mary Smith opened the card. Mary Smith clicked on the videos, on video number 1, the iHeart video. It's going to tell you that, it's going to report that back to you. So now in 20 minutes or so to, give Mary Smith a call and say, hi, Mary, did you have an opportunity to look at that video? What questions can I answer for you about that video? And here, let me give you some more information. So that's just going to take, hopefully, and I do want some feedback on this. Let me know, is that going to take your business to the next level? I shared a way tonight to make your connections a little more, relationships a little more intuitive, a little more complete. So now when you follow up with that person, again, one click, boom, you've downloaded your V card into their contacts. So when you call them now, your name is going to show up. So you've developed a little bit of a relationship with them, and you've given them some valuable information that they didn't know, like how do I quickly add people into my phone without having to spend all kinds of time, misspelling people's names and things. And I've showed you a whole follow-up tool, and so that takes us to about 8:45. I'm going to kind of end it here. I'm going to do a lot more of these presentations as I build these things out. And so thanks for everyone who attended tonight. And don't forget, we've got 2 other, or I think we've got 1 more coming up at 9 o'clock. So I want to get you guys off for that. And please give me feedback and give me any ideas you have, above and beyond what I've just shared with you. Have a great night.